Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hey everyone, checking in on the market. So we didn't get a dump with the reaction to the Syria bombing. In my opinion, that is because the market had plenty of time to digest that news. So the bulls came out today and we broke to higher highs. We hit the highest price that we've seen in just about a month on SPY. But again, look at the volume. It's just not there. So I do not trust this bull move. We have absolutely the bulls in control with incremental higher lows and higher highs, but we're not seeing the kind of breakout volume that we would expect for any kind of significant action. So the daily higher low is 264.01 of support. That's the most important level for me for the daily bulls to maintain control. But we are looking still at this gap fill, 270.19, and at this point it would take about a 1% move from where we closed. We had a bullish reaction to the Netflix earnings, so the tech sector is going to be looking for a potential boost tomorrow morning. We'll see if that plays out once the bell rings and once we have some real volume to gauge. And we're looking at the weekly equilibrium pattern continuing to form with our high, low, lower high, higher low, and we're looking for a lower high, and we've already made it halfway in between this range. It's about a $25 range from the lower high to the higher low, and we've already bounced over $12.50, so it is an equilibrium playing out, and we're going to look for a break of this equilibrium sometime in May that is going to dictate the momentum for the summer, in my opinion. Checking in on IWM, still bullish, and a little bit more convincingly so. Increase in bull volume compared to the bull volume from the end of last week, and seeing continuation. The next resistance after 155.82 is 156.62, and the daily higher low is 153.51, the low of Friday. Weekly time frame equilibrium, high, low, lower high, essentially a double top, higher low, and we're looking for a lower high to be set sooner rather than later on this current pattern. QQQ on the daily, grinding, nothing really standing out. Same as SPY, low volume, but should get a little boost tomorrow again with Netflix earnings a beat. Netflix is going to test its all-time high tomorrow morning, and it needs to break that all-time high to prevent from a double top and see continuation. So QQQ is a daily inside bar to be watching as well, and 161.48 support, 163.19 resistance. The next major daily level is 165.62. If we do get a bull reaction to the Netflix earnings in the tech sector, that will be the target to be watching. And we have higher lows and higher highs still on the weekly time frame. It would require a lower high and a break of 162.39 to change the trend on the weekly time frame to start favoring the bears. VIX on the daily time frame, again, just continuing to show weakness, closing down at the lows of the day every day. And at this point, 5 red days in a row, we've given back over $5, just about 25% in the last 5 days. So we're looking down at support now of 16.38, followed by 15.23, and just lower highs and lower lows. Weekly time frame will form a higher low, very likely, compared to the low of the pullback on the initial consolidation. So we will likely still see a tightening range. And personally, I would be scouting VIX sooner rather than later, just like we're looking for SPY to top out on that weekly time frame sooner rather than later. Going to be looking for the same thing for VIX to see a bit of a bounce, but need to see signs that the bulls are turning things around, and the first signal will be an hourly higher low and higher high that tells us the daily support level is potentially forming. And when we do bounce, we're just going to be looking for, another lower high, but we could see a 10+% bounce on that lower high forming. So that's where we stand for the rest of the week. Unless the bulls show me some volume, again, I call the volume the prove it indicator, and unless the bulls prove it, I'm going to be skeptical and look for the weekly lower high to be set sooner rather than later. So tomorrow we'll be watching the tech sector reaction to the Netflix earnings. I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in then.